Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're all doing well, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super cool Mafex Spawn action figure. Let's get started. Spawn, created by Todd McFarlane, is one of the coolest comic book characters, and I've really wanted a figure for a long time, and actually I do have a Spawn figure. As many of you already know, McFarlane Toys is definitely not known for their articulation, and for me, that's one of the most important aspects of action figures, is to have good posability. And McFarlane Toys does not deliver on that, especially with their Spawn figures. They're pretty much just statues. So, I decided I wanted to make a Mafex styled Spawn figure. I got the whole idea to make the Mafex Spawn figure from Decent Customs, so definitely go check out his channel. I'm sure you guys already know who he is, but that's what we're going to be basing this figure off today. Without further ado, let's make this Spawn figure. Here's most of the things we're going to be needing to make this figure. Obviously, we're going to need more tools, and I'll go more into depth on what we use them for later on, but this is generally the most stuff we're going to need. So the first thing you're going to need for this project is a McFarlane Spawn action figure, and you're going to just need it for like the head and this chain thing, and just other accessories we're going to be taking off this figure. And then you're also going to want this DC Fire action figure, I believe that's her name, but I've got her on Mercari for like $7. You can find her cheap, but really all I needed her for was these translucent green pieces and effects that are just going to be accessories for Spawn. So yeah, we're just going to need the McFarlane Spawn, the McFarlane Fire for pretty much just the accessories in the head. Next up, you're going to want a base body, and the one I'm using is the V-Toys base body. He's super articulated, and like I said, that's what we're going for in this video. So yeah, definitely pick him up. He comes with tons of accessories and very posable. And for full body customs, the biggest issue that people run into when painting figures is paint chips. So, just like in Decent Customs video, we're going to be using RIT dye. Make sure you get the synthetic dye because that's the only way it'll work. It won't work if you get any other dye. You need the synthetic. You're going to want the graphite and the racing red. And the last thing you're going to want to need is a cape. I made this cape, as you can tell. It's very custom made, as you can see. There's really great Spawn capes you could get on the internet. I just wanted to get this figure, going, so I just decided to make my own cape. But yeah, you're going to want to get a new cape because those McFarlane capes are not it. And now that we've got all of our pieces, let's start. So for the dyeing process, all you're going to want to do is get a pot, fill it up with low heat water, and then put your red dye in. Dye your red stuff, keep checking on it, and then take it out. And then same thing with the black. Low heat water, put the black dye in, put the pieces in, and yeah. And after you dye the figure, you will end up with something like this. Now this is my first time ever dyeing anything before, so I can't really give you any tips or tricks. The joints on, I don't know if it's just on this figure or if I didn't leave it in long enough or something, but the joints didn't really get dyed and still have that same color. And then my figure came with like a factory issue or something, and it had like this scratch on it, so it just didn't dye, I guess. But yeah, this is how it'll turn out. For the red pieces, I left it in for about like maybe 40 minutes, and then the black pieces I left in for about an hour. And this is how it turned out. I think it's really good for my first time. You're probably going to want to look up a tutorial on how to dye the figures because that's what I did. And like I said, this is my first time, so I don't really have any good advice or tips or anything. I don't know the correct way to do it. I just tried it to see what happens, and it turned out okay. So yeah, definitely look up a tutorial on how to dye your figures. And boom, here he is fully painted, and I think he looks really good. Obviously, not the best paintwork by me. I'm still slowly trying to get better at painting, and just a lot of trial and error, guys, is the best way to get better at things. So yeah. However, as you can see, he's not quite done yet because he still needs a few accessories and that cape. If you're wanting to make your own cape and don't want to buy one off the internet, for what I did for mine was just cut out the general shape of the cape twice and then put this bendable wire you could find at like Walmart. I glued it inside of it and then just sewed the two pieces together and then sewed this chain on top. Added a little bit of hot glue so it doesn't look the best. And boom, that's it. So if you're gonna make your own cape, hopefully yours turns out better than mine. But yeah, you could either make your own posable cape or buy one off the internet, which would be way better. But if you want a fully custom figure, then do this. Alright, and before we add on that cape, we just got a few little details to add on to this figure. And boom, there's those pieces from that McFarlane Spawn figure on him. And the last thing we need to do is add that cape and we're done. Alright, here's the cape already posed up. And we're gonna slide it on the figure. Should sit nicely. And boom. Here we have the Mafex styled Spawn action figure. And oh boy, I think this looks really, really good. Obviously, there is work that could be done with this figure. I missed a few details here and there, and the cape is obviously a little rough, but I really do think that this turned out really good, and I hope that your guys' turns out well too. And as you saw, here are the accessories that this figure came with when I made it. And yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial on how to make this Spawn figure. I definitely cut a few corners and didn't take my time on certain things, like for example the paint applications. So I hope you guys take your time and yours comes out better than mine. But for what I did, I feel like it looks pretty good, and I hope your guys' looks good too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.